Hello, everyone. It's Holly Davis again for week 2. And this week we were assigned to read a book on the notable list. And I chose to read Beep Beep Go to Sleep by Todd Tarpley. And the illustrations are by John Roku. And the publisher is the Hatchet Book Group. And the copyright date is 2015. This book is a bedtime story, and it's children's literature, of course, fiction. The age range for this book is about ages 5 to 6. This story was really cute, and I'm sure it's very relatable for a lot of parents. Although I'm not a parent myself, I have heard stories of relatives about how hard it is to get your child to sleep. So there's this young boy who has 3 robots, and he tries to get them ready for bed. He tells them that it's time to wind down and bathe and then get into bed and, need to close your eyes and go to bed. And there's just this illustration that I want to show because I'm sure it's very relatable for a lot of parents who have 2 or 3 kids or even one child. Trying to get them ready for bed, I'm sure, is quite the ordeal. So there's the young boy and one robot in the mirror making a mess, one robot on the toilet making a mess, and one in the bathtub making a mess. And so this book is very entertaining for kids, and after the robots are finally in bed, this is where I'm sure it gets very relatable for parents, because every time that the young boy is ready to go to sleep or has closed his eyes, the robots, this is where the beep beep comes in. They beep beep, and each of them have something that they need done, or they need something. And so, you think, oh, it just happens once. And then that goes on for about 3 more times where the robots need something, and then they're ready to go back to sleep, and then they need something again. And the young boy, he just looks exhausted. And finally, they're forgetting something, and that is a bedtime story. And so the young boy gets a book, and the robots gather around him, and he starts reading it. And then the young boy falls asleep, and then it's said that the robots have put their boy to sleep. And so I think it relates to parents and children a lot, because eventually the parents are just so tired that they're trying to get their children to go to sleep that they fall asleep, and then the child is there just wide awake. And so I think this book is a good book to pass along to kids, because it's really entertaining, and I know that they would probably enjoy it and think it's funny. But I also think it's a good book because parents can be like, this is what I go through with you, and then the kids could kind of be like, oh yeah, maybe I do take a long time to wind down or go to bed. And I think it would be a good lesson to them to help them realize how long of a process it seems to be getting them to even take a bath and then get into their bed without needing something every 5 minutes, and getting their pajamas on. And I think a lot of the kids would even relate to having their parents maybe fall asleep trying to get them to go to sleep. So I just think that would be entertaining for both parent and child. So my strategy or activity that I would do, I would have the kids write a time when they could not fall asleep, and how many times they think they got up and asked their parents for something, and if they needed something. And then I would also have them write about how they wind down for the night, or what helps them get ready to go to sleep, and what gets them sleepy and ready to just shut their eyes. And then also in their writing, I would have them add how the robots waking up and asking the little boy for something made them feel. Like, were they tired just reading it? Were they like, oh my goodness, again? Were they annoyed with it? Or something like that. Just express their feelings of how that made them feel. And hopefully this allows them to understand how long of a process parents getting their children to bed really is. And if not, if they're just having a good time, telling me about how they get ready for bed, it's still an entertaining book for children and a very relatable plot for parents. So I think this is a cute book, and it's relatable on many levels. So thank you.